Radio joined forces. These veteran-owned stations are uniting to bring you top-notch veteran-run podcasts, along with your favorite classic rock music 24/7. Stay tuned for the ultimate radio experience that celebrates our heroes and plays the tunes that never get old. From engaging discussions to timeless hits, this partnership has everything you need for your listening pleasure. Don't miss out on this exciting new chapter in radio history, as MB Radio and Patriot Radio come together to rock your world. Introducing LT Defense Tactical Gear, your ultimate solution for top-notch protection and performance in the field. Our armor bundles provide unmatched safety and comfort, while our battle belts and holsters ensure quick and easy access to your gear. Stay prepared for any situation with our high-quality medical supplies, designed to keep you ready for action at all times. Looking to enhance your skills? Our firearms training programs will take your proficiency to the next level. Trust LT Defense for all your tactical gear needs and gear up for success on the battlefield.
I'm Mac, CEO of National Streaming Sports Network and the host of the Mac and Jack Sports Show. And you're watching Military Broadcast Radio's Turnbuckle and Stogies, a fun show that covers wrestling and cigar, and it works every Sunday at 11 a.m. Thank you for watching.
You going back in?
There's still men out there. God damn. When I go home, people ask me, "Hey, Hoot, why do you do it, man? Why? You some kind of war junkie?" I won't say a goddamn word. Why? They won't understand. They won't understand why we do it. They won't understand it's about the men next to you. And that's it. That's all it is.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
I want to make it clear that the views expressed by our hosts are not considered the official stance of MBR Views. Remember, this is all about having fun and enjoying the ride.
Turnbuckles and Stogies. Yo, what is up? What is up? Yo, happy Sunday. Another Sunday with your favorite hostess with the mostest.
My dad, I'm doing a wrestling punch. I looked at him, I said, "Hey."
We are Turnbuckles and Stogies Pod, your hostess with the mostest, the big dog, the vanilla gorilla, and ladies and gentlemen, today, yo, y'all ready for this? Because I don't think they're ready for this, Joe.
I don't know. It might not be.
You heard? Yo, check it out. Boss Dog, Vanilla Gorilla, my man Roy from Hudson, New York, from Iron Horse Cigar Lounge, and my man Francisco from DBL. Yo, check us out. Yo, we are live in Iron Horse Cigar Lounge. You heard? In Hudson, New York. Yo, Francisco, so tell us.
We appreciate you guys giving us the time to sit down for a quick little interview with you guys.
Absolutely.
And we appreciate you, Roy, for letting us come and film here the few times we did. And
absolutely, man.
We
We're
definitely want to be back.
The cigar culture. Absolutely.
So, Francisco, tell us how you hooked up with Hudson Cigar Lounge.
Well, when I met Roy was in New Orleans back in the day, 2015. The first PCA they have done there, they're gonna come back now next year. And I got the opportunity, Randy, I met Randy by Facebook, and Randy was working for Roy at that time. And he introduced me, I remember, at the elevator in the hotel. And then we make a beautiful relationship that we have been established for 10 years. Thanks God, nice guy, beautiful family. He had the opportunity to visit our facility in Dominican Republic. I had the opportunity to visit his family, to meet his family, to have great time with the local member, with the staff, and I'm very proud to be part of his family.
And the 10-year anniversary is actually why we're all here today.
Yes.
Exactly.
As you guys can hear from a little bit of the background noise.
From background noise. So, Roy, we appreciate you letting us film here twice. Can we come back and film again?
Of course, you guys are welcome anytime you want to come.
So, Roy, tell us how you got into opening Iron Horse Cigar Lounge.
So I was in government, public servant. I retired from public service. Wasn't sure what I was going to do. I started to build a cigar room in my basement of my house.
That's fantastic.
And Jim, who's working the grill today for us all, is a good friend of mine. He said, "Hey, Roy, why don't you just open up a new store in Hudson?" The guy we had passed away like 6 months prior. That's how it all got started. That's how we started out in Hudson. 2.5 years ago, we moved here, and it's just been a great success ever since.
So, Jim, let me ask you this. So, how did you become a DBL Cigar Lounge?
Oh my God. When I met Francisco in 2015 in New Orleans, there was an instant bond between us, my employees, Francisco, his employees that were with him at the time. It was probably 3 or 4 years later, we started talking about collaborating on a DBL lounge. He said, "We don't have one in New York. We've never had one." I said, "Let's do it." And he's been supportive, providing us with cigars, bags, matches, you name it. Francisco has been there for us.
I'm going to tell you this right now. So right now, I'm smoking a DBL cigar.
That's the Sherwood, right, Francisco?
The Cherut. But let me explain you a little bit about the Cherut. The decision that I took to make that cigar is because 2 reasons. The first is because native. That was how native made cigar back in the day. As you see that every cigar is made by a bunch or a mold that you have to put into a mold for at least 8 hours. I love to keep by 24 hours and then put the wrapper, which is the more important leaf. Don't forget that the cigar has 3 components.
Right.
Okay, the filler, which is the tobacco inside, the binder to cover the filler, and the wrapper, which is the last leaf that you put into the cigar. But the Cherut normally is how native used to grow tobacco across the river, and they make with 1 leaf as a filler and no binder, and they made the cigar, and that was how the business started. And that's remembering that. But don't forget that Padron, for example, he used to take a leaf from the pilon, remove the vein, and make a Cherut to try how the tobacco was fermentating.
Right.
So
I was just going to say, this is normally how like the testing is done.
Exactly.
And all the blending, right?
Exactly.
Let me ask you this. So I've seen DBL baseball bats. How was that created?
Well, it was a very, let me tell you, I wasn't the first. I want to, be very clear with that. I remember when Sammy Sosa hit 66 home run, the competition against Mama White, that baseball was dead, and when those guys begin hitting home run, it was, everybody was looking the TV, watching, watching that.
Look.
And
everybody, here you go. Here you
yeah,
go, baby.
so
here you go.
So
Shut
I
up.
got
Here
a
you
challenge.
go.
So now you see that they have them here, so come get it.
Now
Yep.
you come to Hudson Cigar, Iron Horse. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you don't come here, yo, me and the Vanilla Gorilla are always here. Shout out to my man Roy. Shout out to DBL. Yo, if you don't come here, I don't know what the fuck to tell you, yo. You heard? You heard?
So the baseball bat, is part of our passion in our country. Nobody has made us a production, and I decide one day to say, hey, Dominican Big League, that was the name that I come from. And I decided,
Big League.
yeah, because 2 things that we love is baseball and cigar. So I said, I had to create something that looked like a baseball bat. And I did this, and believe it or not, it's a master roller that made this, and Rafael Barrera, for me, is one of the best rollers in the whole world.
So now let me ask you this: how did you hook up with Roy to put that together?
Where, let me tell you, everything that I release, this place is the first place to have it.
And that's
So,
why.
now
And that's and it's the commitment. When Roy talked to me a few years ago, Francisco, I want to make a DBL lounge because I appreciate everything. And I said, Roy, for me, you're giving me a big opportunity. I trust you, and it's an honor to make a DBL lounge. So every single cigar I release, I always call Roy, hey, we're gonna come with this new product.
And there's a very big selection of DBL here as well.
Yes.
And now let me ask you, because I know in the factories they have certain rollers that roll Lanceros and Torpedos and all that. How many of those are produced by the master roller?
It's only 16 cigars a day.
Okay.
Wait, whoa.
Because I know from what I've heard from other people that each Vitola has a different different roller.
People say, and let me be very clear with this. People say Lancero is the more difficult cigar to make. It's the more difficult cigar to bunch, not to put the wrapper, because it's easy to put the wrapper, but to keep the control with the same amounts of tobacco. If you make a little mistake and you put like a half gram of tobacco in one side of the Vitola, the cigar is gonna be very bad construction.
And listen,
But you have to
everybody,
be
we've all been
careful.
there.
So Lancero is
We've all
one of
been
the
there.
most difficult cigars to bunch. Now, the most difficult cigar to make is baseball bat, is Salomon, is Hemingway, is the pine
on,
cigar.
look at Roy.
Is that kind of sizes that nobody is making that. It's very difficult to make it. And for example, the baseball bat is only 16 cigar. It's very, very limited every day. And not everybody know how to make
And
that
now
kind of cigar.
there's another cigar I've seen you guys make is the pipe shaped cigar.
The pie shape.
Is that I would assume that's along the same lines as that. Where
It's
only
more
like,
difficult than the
I
baseball
was
bat.
going to say there's
Why?
like 16 or 20 rolled, right?
Yeah, it's not. No, it's less. It's
Really?
only 12 because
Okay.
after you turn the cigars and you roll the cigar, I have my cousin. He's a painter and a cigar roller, and he loved to make design into the pipe. If you see the pipe cigars, every single pipe has a different design.
Right.
And that's why it's made the difference. Not just because you have to turn the cigar. The more difficult is to pour all of these little pieces of tobacco together to make a beautiful art.
So go ahead, Roy. I know you got something to say. Go ahead.
Well, this is our 10-year anniversary. We've got like 120 people here today. It's a tribute to everything that's going on here with DBL Cigars, Iron Horse Cigar Depot. We're so appreciative of Francisco. He's here 2 to 3 times a year. He comes up every December and does a party with us for our Locker Club members and friends. I just can't say enough about the support that we get from Francisco and DBL Cigars.
So we want to appreciate that
Yes.
you have us here.
And you're allowing us
Turnbuckles
to
and
take the
Stogies.
time to interview you guys for a little while. And
We have the time to interview you guys as Turnbuckles and Stogie Cigars. We appreciate you letting us film our stuff here. And I cannot say enough. Come to Hudson, New York, to Iron Horse Cigar Lounge. It's a DBL Cigar Lounge. My man Roy, my man Francisco right here. Listen, we can do what you want to do. If you want something, let us know.
Thank you. I really appreciate the opportunity.
Yes, we appreciate
And I'm
you,
looking
Francisco.
forward to do some business together, all right?
Absolutely.
Well, listen, brother, we always gonna do business together as
sure.
long as Roy likes us. And listen, my son, I'm the owner. My son is the producer. My son talks to him all the time. Listen, if we can record here all the time, I'm coming back.
Absolutely. We'll
Because
definitely
you
be
know
back.
what? Listen, I love the fanatics. I love everybody being here. Thank you for everybody coming on the anniversary. Thank you, thank you, thank
And
you.
we want to thank you guys
So
for letting us
listen,
film again.
We are here, and thanks to Taste of Cuba, thanks
Yes.
to everybody else, my man Francisco. Yo, this cigar right here.
And you
bro,
said these are here, Roy?
I need you to
These are
make
in
me
stock
some.
in the humidor.
So as you guys see,
some-
what we're
I
smoking
need-
here,
hold
they're
on,
in
hold on,
stock.
Hold on.
They're
I
in
need
stock.
you to make me some of Turnbuckles and Stogie cigars.
We'll talk about that. But We want to thank you guys again. We'll let you get back to doing what you're doing. We appreciate it, Roy.
Thank you guys for coming up. Really
Thank you.
Roy, thank you very much.
Thank you. There you have it, guys. That has been another fun little interview with Turnbuckles and Stogies. Roy from the Iron Horse, Francisco from DBL. We appreciate you guys. Catch you later. Peace.
Peace. Yo, so I keep telling y'all, the boss knows every motherfucking body. Keep telling y'all that. So guess who showed up at the hotel here in Connecticut? And y'all not gonna believe this shit. Joe, they ready for this shit, Joe?
I don't know. Are they?
Y'all not gonna believe this shit, but I'm gonna show y'all who showed up. This is the CEO and founder of NESS.
And one half of the
My man.
Sports Show.
Go ahead, man.
What's going on, fellows out there? Glad to be here with my favorite wrestling podcast. I love these guys. They're unique. They're funny. And I'll tell you, they know a lot about wrestling. You got to go to the Roku channel. All you got to do, channel search on Roku TV, channel search National Streaming Sports, and you'll get their show.
So, Mac, let me ask you this. So, they can't find it. It's like the Pat McAfee show. Once ESPN take that shit off for the hour, it's done.
That's right. That's right.
So if you're not gonna watch from 11 to 12:30, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. It's like it's like being a barn smoker. If you ain't got your fucking ticket, you ain't getting in.
I know what to tell you.
Go ahead.
Go to the Turnbuckles and Stogies podcast YouTube page, and you can watch all of our back episodes from episode 5 and on.
But
the originals are on the MB Radio YouTube page.
Let me tell you something else. Go where people know. 12,430 followers.
Whoa!
On the Roku channel.
Whoa!
1,600 views a day.
I feel like Elizabeth.
I'm telling you.
Elizabeth, Fat Sanford, Elizabeth. Elizabeth, I'm coming, Elizabeth.
I mean, you don't get any better than that.
Sports all day, every day, to include my favorite wrestling podcast.
Well, and there you have it, guys. Our producer from Connecticut, Mr. Mac Attack himself. And God bless us. Yo, we'll see y'all. We took a Sunday off. So we'll see y'all next week. Have a good day, guys. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Military Broadcast Radio. As we wrap up today's show, we want to remind you that the podcast of today's episode will be available right after we go off the air. So if you missed any part of the show or want to listen again, be sure to check it out. And remember, we're here to support and honor our veterans. Your stories and experiences matter, and we are committed to giving you a platform to share them. That's right. We're here to give our veterans a voice. So don't forget to catch the podcast and stay connected with us. Giving our veterans